I usually don't read off of notes. I usually just let it fly. But, you know, something like this is so important. I just wanted to make sure that I wrote some things down because I want to stay on track. I want to talk about, you know, the reason that we are here today, and I want to make sure I stay on topic. You know, the title of this event, when Glenn called me and asked me if I wanted to be part of this, well, I don't know if he called me or I saw him, whatever he asked me about it. You know, he talked about an oath. And to me, an oath, when you make an oath, it's one of the most sacred things that you can do. Because it's the definition of an oath is a commitment to tell the truth. That's simple. What we see here today, what we're here, and some people witnessed the state senate, the state house, they made an oath. They made a commitment to tell the truth no matter what. Frederick Douglass once said, "The life of a nation is secure only while the nation is honest, truthful, and virtuous." I want to read that again. The life of a nation is secure only while the nation is honest, truthful, and virtuous.
Hear, hear. Right.
Those individuals, those men and women that took the oath of office today, they're ordinary people under extraordinary circumstances.
Right.
Amongst the many things that they have to do during this legislative session, they have to, you know, we have an unemployment. We rank 47th in the nation in unemployment at over 9%. We have a poverty rate that's at 17%. They have to fix those. We have a broken public education system. They have to fix that. They have to deal with taxes. And there's many, many more things. And that doesn't even I didn't even mention the things that they have to deal with coming out of Washington. And as we know, that's a challenge in itself. And dealing with those things that are coming out of Washington, it's going to take a strong individual to uphold that oath. And us here, you know, there's a climate that has been created by Republicans, Democrats, conservatives, and liberals that's toxic at best. You know, and a lot of these people that, you know, when they get into office, one thing that I think that should serve as a prerequisite for them to get into office is they have to have a basic understanding of the North Carolina and United States Constitution. A lot of the problems that we face could be eliminated if they understood those two documents.
That's right.
During the campaign season, I talked to candidate after candidate after candidate, regardless of political affiliation. And I would ask them about the things that they propose. And I asked them, where could they find that in the Constitution? Most of them could not say that. Most of them could not direct me to an amendment. Most of them could not direct me to a section in the state Constitution or the United States Constitution, and that's a problem.
That's right.
I'm of the belief that should be a prerequisite. I'm of the belief that if any state legislator proposes a bill, they have to explain how and where that justifies that in the Constitution, in the North Carolina and U.S. Constitution. That will make them uphold that oath that they are taking here today. We, the people of North Carolina, elected them with a trust and confidence that they will uphold that most basic fundamental hope. And that's them keeping their word. When did we come so far as that a word means nothing? The word, I remember, I'm 33 years old, but I can remember when people used to make business deals with a handshake.
Oh, yeah.
Because they would honor their word. Their word meant so much to them. That oath of office that they're taking today is more than just them reciting or repeating a few words that were said to them or reciting something that they memorized, that oath of office. Those words have power, that oath. You know, when I look at, I went ahead and did some research. And in Chapter 11, Article 1 of the North Carolina General Statutes, I'm going to read the whole thing to you because it's important that we, the people, not only know the constitutions, both state and federal, but we have to know what these provisions say in these general statutes. Chapter 11, Article 1 says, whereas lawful oaths for discovery of truth and establishing right are necessary and highly conducive to the important end of good government, and being most solemn appears to Almighty God as the omniscient witness of truth and just and omnipotent avenger of falsehood. And whereas lawful affirmations for the discovery of truth and establishing right are necessary and highly conducive to the important end of good government, therefore such oaths and affirmations ought to be taken and administered with utmost sincerity.
Yes, sir.
Article 2 of chapter 11. Part of that reads that if he should swerve from the truth, he may be justly deprived of all blessings of that holy book and made liable to the vengeance which he has brought up on his own head.
Right.
Now, I wasn't in there when anybody took an oath. I missed it today. I would have liked to seen it. But I can almost guarantee that almost all of the 170 members put their hands on the Bible.
Yes.
In those two articles of chapter 11, it talks about an oath. They make an oath, not to us. That oath is made to God.
Yes, sir.
And that oath, that fundamental truth, to keep their word, not to us, but to God. And it says that there's a judgment that's going to come. Now, God is going to deal with them in his own way. He's going to deal with them in his own way. But right now, we have the ability to exercise our own judgment. And that happens every 2 years when they're up for re-election.
Yeah.
And that's one of the abilities that God endowed us with. So not only do we have to vet our candidates and make sure that they understand what the Constitution is, the foundations of it, and I'm pretty sure that most of you out here be willing to teach them.
Yeah.
And show them where they're off, whether it's federal or whether it's state. But I can't put total blame on them. Now, they're held accountable because they're the ones that's taking that oath. We're liable as well because we're the ones that voted them into office.
That's right.
And in us voting them into office, there's an expectation that we have of them. And if we voted them into office based upon choosing the lesser of two evils, or because we agree with them on some ideas, or we're part of the same political party, we failed at our responsibility. We, the people, have to make sure that our elected officials not only know the job or have a basic understanding of the job that they are performing, which a lot of candidates didn't know. A lot of candidates that were running for state legislator were telling me things that county commissioners do. They were telling me things that U.S. congressmen and women do. They didn't even know their jobs and responsibilities. But we, the people, have to educate ourselves and vet these candidates and make sure that they know the duties of what they're supposed to do, their job descriptions, but also make sure that they know what the Constitution says. That oath that they are taking, it is, I mean, I can't even find the words to describe the importance of that oath that they are taking.
Try sacred.
There you go. Major Dave, everybody. But that sacred oath that they are taking, when they do not uphold that oath, they're being disrespectful to our Creator. To our Creator, the Almighty God. And as we know, we are endowed with our Creator with certain unalienable rights. Among those, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. And when they disrespect that oath, they are disrespecting that same God that gave us, that endowed us with those rights. So I encourage everyone today to hold our officials accountable. We are here, organized here today, to send one message to these people here that are swearing the oath, that we will hold you accountable. That we are listening, we're watching, we're counting every vote, and we're making sure that every bill that comes through passes that test, that measurement of upholding, of being measured to the Constitution. And in that, and when we do that, those basic things there, we're making sure they're held accountable to upholding that oath to Almighty God. Thank you.